Hello, baseball fans. Welcome back to another game in this full season playthrough. We are playing as the New York Yankees. We have a record of 50-33. We're half a game out of first place and in the division, and we are in first place in the wild card. And we are going to play the Blue Jays. We have had an exciting game yesterday. If you didn't check that game out, I suggest you do so. You may enjoy it if you are a baseball fan. All right, we're going to start this game number 84. Unbelievable that we are already halfway through the season, or a little bit over. And we're here in Toronto. This is another important series. We're in a fight with Toronto and Baltimore for the division lead. And we have Gosman pitching against Volpe. We have Santander in left, Varsho in center, Winker in right, Schneider at third base, Clement shortstop, Jimenez second base, and Wagner at first. And Kirk, Captain Kirk, is pitching. He's catching, not pitching. And Anthony Volpe leading off. As we pan around the stadium here in Toronto, we are underway. The dome looks like the roof is closed. One man out. Jazz Chisholm Jr., second baseman. That's going to be a base hit. So Chisholm is on first, and Cody Bellinger comes to the plate. Chisholm runs, and he steals second base. Bellinger, the center fielder, looks in. Gosman, ground ball to second base. And Bellinger is out. Here comes the Judge. All rise with a runner on third base. Here's the pitch to Judge. Aaron Judge strikes out, and that retires the side. No runs, one hit, no errors. Here's Andre Jimenez. Andre Jimenez flies out, one man out, and Dalton Varsho. Fried with double-digit wins so far, having a great season with a 2.61 ERA. Here's Dalton Varsho. That's their center fielder. The pitch. Little ground ball to shortstop. He is out. Two men away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the DH. We got Pereira in left, Bellinger in center, and Judge in right. See, I had to move that so we can see him. Goldschmidt at first, Chisholm at second, Volpe at short, Baum at third, Wells catching, and of course Fried pitching. Here's the pitch to Vladimir Guerrero. He strikes out. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Going to the top of the second. Alec Baum, our third baseman, coming up to bat. Alec Baum gets a base hit, and he's now at first base. Up next, Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. He's hitting .255 with 47 RBIs and 14 home runs. And Baum is running, and he steals second base, so he's now in scoring position for Goldschmidt. Ground ball to third base, to throw to first. Goldschmidt is out. The catcher, Austin Wells. Baum still at second. That's going to be a pop-up to second base. Two-man down. Baum unable to advance. Giancarlo Stanton. He gets a two-out hit. And that gets thrown away by the catcher. And Baum scores the first run of the game. It's now 1-0 Yankees. Here's Everson Pereira to the plate with a runner on second base. Pereira strikes out. That retires the side. It's now 1-0. Here's Anthony Santander. We can gain some ground in the division if we can win this game and hopefully win the series. Santander made an out, and here's Winker, Jesse Winker. That's going to get through for extra bases. Winker's on second base with one man out. Here's Captain Kirk, Alejandro Kirk. 2 men away. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score a run. The score is now tied 1-1. Schneider. Wagner made it to second base on the throw to the plate. Davis Schneider, their third baseman. He strikes out. And that retires the side. We're going to the top of the third. Here's Anthony Volpe to the plate. Volpe walks. Let me raise the volume a little bit. I want to hear the crowd. Here's Chisholm with a dribbler to short. No play. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. And Cody Bellinger at the plate. Here's the pitch to Bellinger. That's going to get through for a hit. Will it score a run? He's rounding third. He's coming around. He's safe. Yankees take the lead 2-1. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Here comes the judge. Ground ball to third. Good play by the third baseman, but he drops it at first. Judge is safe at first, and a run scores. Yankees lead 3-1. Bellinger stayed at second, and Judge is now at first, and Baum at the plate. Baum hitting .283 with 31 RBIs on the year and 11 home runs. That's a fly out to center. 2 men away, and Goldschmidt. Ground ball to short. He throws over to second. That retires the side. Does it retire the side? No, it does not retire the side. Wells to the plate. Got a miscue there. That strikeout retires the side. 3-1 Yankees. Fried pitching to Clement. Great play by the second baseman there, Chisholm. 1 man out. Andres Jimenez. 2 men away. And Varsho. Dalton Varsho. Varsho strikes out to retire the side. Top of the 4th inning. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. Yankees are still leading 3-1. Stanton bloops it over the left, but it's caught by Santander. Everson Pereira. Pereira strikes out. And Anthony Volpe. The defense is straight away. Volpe gets a base hit. Jazz Chisholm with a runner on first. Volpe's running. He's safe at second with no throw, actually. He's in scoring position. That's a gapper. That's going to be 2. A run scores. Yankees lead 4-1. Here's Belly Laugh Bellinger. He grounds out to second base. That's going to retire the side. Bottom of the 4th, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Little dribbler there to the pitcher. Yeah, turn off notifications on the weather, right? Yeah, turn that off. Thank you. All right, here's Anthony Santander. I mean, I have my iPhone on me. I can see what the weather's going to be. Santander gets a base hit. He's going to probably get a double on this one. So he's at second base. Toronto's not going to go quietly. They're a good team. As of the recording of this video, Toronto's getting ready to play the World Series against the Dodgers. I am going to root for the Dodgers only because I have a Shohei Ohtani rookie card already graded at 10. A 10 grade. Right, Kirk to the plate. That's a ground ball to third base. The throw goes to first. And that retires the side. Here comes the Judge. Judge with 14 home runs on the year. He's been out for about a month and a half. He grounds out. 1 man away. Alec Baum. If he gets a hit here, yeah, he gets a hit. So he gets hits when there's no one on base. When there's someone in scoring position, he doesn't. All right, here's Goldschmidt, runner on first base. Goldschmidt with a little dribbler up the middle of the diamond there. All hands are safe. First and second, 1 man out for Austin Wells. Top of the 5th inning. Ground ball to short, throw to second. That's all they get. 2 men away. Giancarlo Stanton with Baum at third, Wells at first. Little dribbler. Can he beat the throw? Nope. That retires the side. Bottom of the 5th. Here's Will Wagner, their first baseman. That's going to be a base hit. Wagner's on first. David Schneider, their third baseman, coming up to the plate. And that's a base hit. Back-to-back hits puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Ernie Clement, their shortstop. We need a strikeout. That's just as good. 1 man away. Now we need a double play. George Springer. He hit the home run in the playoffs that won the game for Toronto and took them to the World Series in real life. And he's going to get a base hit here. The runner scores. The score is now 4-2. Here's Dalton Varsho. That's going to be a base hit. Toronto's a good team. Score is now 4-3. Wait, what happened there? I thought it was 4-2. Are my eyes deceiving me? Didn't he come around, throw home? Oh, he's out. He got him at the plate. Okay. 2 men away. Runners on second and third. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Hopefully we can get out of this with just the 1 run. Ooh, I thought he was going to drop that. All right, we get out of it with just 1 run. It could have been a lot worse. Top of the 6th, Pereira. Everson. Pereira strikes out. 1 man away. Anthony Volpe. Volpe strikes out. 2 men away. And Jazz Chisholm. He gets a base hit. So now he is on first base. And Cody Bellinger. Belly laugh, Bellinger. They don't score in this inning. Bottom of the 6th. Freed at 75 pitches. Anthony Santander strikes out. That's the first out of the inning. Here's Jesse Winker. A little pop-up to short. 2 men away. And Captain Kirk, Alejandro Kirk. It's a fly ball to left. That retires the side. We're at the top of the 7th now. Judge coming to the plate. All rise. Judge gets an out. I don't think he even went to first base. He said, oh, he caught it. All right, Alec Baum. 2 men away. Goldschmidt. I did mention that he gets hits when no one's on base, but you know, he's well, I really should bring him up to set the table for Judge and Stanton. Okay, Goldschmidt. That hangs up and gives the guy a chance to make the catch. All right, bottom of the 7th. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, see what Baltimore is doing. Oh, they're leading 5-3. You can pause it here. Take a gander at the rest of the scores. Let me bring the screen down. And that's all there is so far. Kansas City and Seattle has not started yet. They're starting at 9:40. Mets aren't playing. Arizona losing 1-0. How about the Tigers? Are they not playing? Detroit's not playing in on this day. All right, out of town scoreboard brought to you by Cardona Studios. Here's Will Wagner. Nobody out. Bases are clean. Little pop up. First baseman comes in to get it. Goldschmidt, one man out. David Snyder is their second baseman. David Snyder strikes out. That's the second out of the 7th inning. Here's Clement, Ernie, Bert, and Ernie. That retires the side. Top of the 8th, Austin Wells. Yankees leading by the slimmest of leads. He strikes out. It said swinging, but it looked like he checked the swing there. Stanton, Gio. I call him Gio. He strikes out. Everson Pereira. He strikes out the side. Chad Green getting 3 Ks on that one. All right, bottom of the 8th. Fried going in for his 8th inning. I'm surprised he's still in there. He's at 98 pitches. He's pitching to Eduardo Escobar. I think he was a former Met, wasn't he? He looks familiar, that face. Escobar strikes out. Dalton Varsho, pop up. Will it fall in? Nope. It had enough airtime. 2 men away. Vladdy Jr. Ground ball. First baseman gets it. Goldschmidt. That retires the side. Anthony Volpe. Jansen coming in to pitch. Kenley Jansen. Hopefully, he's got an Angels hat on. 1 man away. Yeah, he's got an Angels. I should change that, right? All right, Chisholm Jr. We're trying to get at least an insurance run. Chisholm walks, and he may attempt to steal base. Looking at his stats here. Okay. Cody Bellinger, belly laugh. There he goes. And he's at second base, so we have a potential insurance run there at second base for the belly laugh. Let's see if we can come through with a hit. Deep fly ball to right. That's gone. 2-run homer, a belly bomb by belly laugh. Touch him all, Cody. You've just gone yard and given the Yankees a 6-2 lead. Let's see that home run strut. I hit a home run. All right, 1 man out. Yankees lead 6-2. All rise. Here's the judge. The judge strikes out, and the judge is seated. Alec Baum. We needed those insurance runs, that's for sure. Baltimore's leading, though. Okay, we're in the bottom of the 9th. Let's check the out of town. Ugh, Baltimore's leading 7-3. They just won't go away. They're in the top of the 6th in their game. Let's see, Baltimore and Texas. Let's see the scoring. You can come down here and scroll. You can see Gunnar Henderson hits a 2-run homer in the 4th inning to make it 4-2. And then Ryan O'Hearn hits a 2-run homer in the 3rd. We see going down a little more. Jordan Westberg hits a solo home run. Colton Cowser hits a solo home run. Okay. All right. Out of town scoreboard brought to you by Cardona Studios, makers of this amazing video. Santander. All right. Let's get this victory, guys, please. Ground ball, first base, 1 man down. Weaver trying to get this game closed out. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit. Winker's at first base. Don't know if he's got speed. I really wish the speed would be in this box here when you hover over the player. I mean, I can click on him and check all his, see, 40 speed. But it'd be nice to see it, like right there. All right, Captain Kirk, we're trying to get a double play, get out of this. That was the runner did go on that play, so he advances to second base, and there are now 2 men away. And Toronto is down to their last out. Struck him out. Yankees win. The Yankees win. All right, we needed that. So let's see where everybody falls here at the end. right, there's the game. We got 11 hits in this one, no errors. 6 runs and 11 hits. Blue Jays 2 runs, 8 hits on 2 errors. You can read everything here. You could read my quote. The bar for us is not a particular opponent, it's ourselves, said New York manager Freddie Cardona. All right. Always like to see the quote there at the bottom. I'm going to read those every day after a game. Let's go down, see the line scores here, the batting score. You can pause the video there. You can see who did what, where, and when. And we're going to go down to the pitching line score and the player of the game, which is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Let me bring it up just a tad. Oh, wait, I didn't have to do that. Let me bring it down. There we go. For the pitching, down here, you can see who did what, where, and when. Max Fried. He is 11-2. Very nice. Let's leave the game. Let's check and see. All right, we are back in first place by a half a game. But Baltimore won, so they're staying in it. And let's see here. Baltimore. All right, so Baltimore won. You can take a look here, see where everybody stands. We've got a couple of people in the top third here in the American League. We've got Bellinger with a 3.11 ERA. ERA. Second miscue. You should count the miscues. And then at the end of the year, you can let me know how many miscues I've done for the year. And batter WAR. I don't know what. I know WAR is wins something replacement. But can somebody explain to me what WAR is? Because Anthony Volpe is at a 4.6, so he's second. Are my Mets doing anything over in the National League? Yeah, they're doing a whole lot of nothing. But actually, look at this. They're actually in the wild card race over there in that league. And let's see who else we got going here. Let's see. Arizona is in third place in the National League, and Detroit is in fourth place in the American League. Let's finish today. See if there's anything pressing. Oops, you have received a personal message. Player development update. These are the developments let's see, current contact rating for Volpe. His contact rating improves to from 50 to 55. His potential, Volpe's doing really good so far, way better than the in real life Yankees. Current defensive rating drops. He dropped a little, but the potential gap rating went up to 70, which is like really, really good. Trent Grisham, he dropped from 45 to 40. He dropped. His speed improves, so he got a little quicker. His defensive rating dropped from 70 down to 65. Jake Cousins, he's in Scranton. These are guys that are in the minors. You can pause the video anywhere as I'm scrolling, see who's doing what, where, and then where. That's too many people here. Whoa. Never mind. Well, the only people that really matter for now are the major leaguers, these guys. All right, AL announces it's got to be Fried, right? Yep, Max Fried. This month, when the New York manager wrote the name Fried on the lineup card, he was confident that he would get a good start out of him. Outing after outing in June, Max Fried took command and usually got the win. He dominated with a 4.0 mark and a 2.03 ERA in 6 starts, piling up 44.1 innings and 39 strikeouts, and holding opposing teams to a .193 average. For his superb performance, Fried was named the American League Pitcher of the Month by the Baseball Writers. Thank you, Baseball Writers. Checking out his stats for the season, Fried has racked up 11 wins and 2 losses in 18 starts, posted a 2.59 ERA, and struck out 109 batters in 118 innings. All right, good job, Fried. How long do we have you for? Oh, he's going to be oh my goodness, he's going to be a free agent. He's going to be with us for a while. He's 31. I think we can get another good 3 years out of him, right? Even though we're not really playing beyond this season, so it really does, none of this really matters. But this is really cool stuff. All right, let's check out the home screen. Let's see. Look at that. The pitching leaders is full of pictures of Fried for the most part, except strikeouts. Carlos Rodon has 123 strikeouts. How about that? Every other picture is Fried except saves, of course, right? Devin Williams with 22. That's actually goes without saying. He's our closer, so he has more opportunities. But this column is full of Fried, with the exception of Rodon. Rodon said, "Nah, man, I'm getting in on this column. At least one of my faces is on here." And there's the team batting leaders on the right here. You can pause the video here too as I scroll down. You can check that out. Again, WAR, W-A-R. Wins above replacement. I know what that means. I just don't know what it means like in real life. Like, what does that mean? Wins above replacement. Is it when they're not there, or when they're there they win? When they're not there they don't win? I don't know. When they're not in the lineup. Let me know, guys. I could Google it, right? But it's more fun if people in the community let me know. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.